Yippee! You truly are out here. Oh, fuck. Cool. We out here live as fuck. Oh. Ooh, thanks. Dude. Oh. It will start in a second, I guess. I've already had it open for a little bit. I'm gonna give important. Go live now. Be fucking out here, bro. I'm going to add if I could get a link to the stream, that'd be pretty hype. Okay. Put that on Blue Sky. I'll just put the link here on the posts I just did. And then cool. And I think we're good to start, I guess. No one's here yet. It's fine. I guess we can do this one now. Let's go. We out here. Okay. I'm not really sure what oh shit. I should probably give a warning too. Hold up, I gotta respond to a fucking text real quick. Shit. Bad timing. Damn. I love how you can see the flashes of fucking DK on screen. Potentially, or coming to visit on I'm down to be fucking out of here, Okay, we are so back. Sorry about that. Any fucking VOD watchers out there, I guess. But anyway, I guess we'll talk to no one for a minute. But currently, we're making a rhythm game. Smile. Same as last week, although we completely just ditched my shit from last week. Because YouTube, or fuck, yeah, we just completely ditched my shit from last week because my code was ass and I wasn't getting anywhere. But basically, friend Bo locked the fuck in and created a thing that takes, we have like a MIDI player on Godot as an add-on, and then we have a beat miser that like tells us when downbeats are in the script. So we make rhythm game that way. Crazy shit. We have a person parsing the who basically is gonna parse CSV files, and we can build levels that way. It's pretty hype, actually. We haven't implemented, I don't think we've put everything together yet. I think we're getting there, but gonna be pretty sick. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's currently what we're doing though. I kind of said I would make an asteroid type thing we'll see. I've been kind of getting a feel for everyone's code. It's been kind of hard. This ain't my shit. Hold up. Sorry, my throat's kind of fucking cooked. Yeah. Okay. Oh, the number went up. Who's here? Say hi, please. What we doing? Right. I want to write a script. Stream right now if you I'm gonna see if Bo wants to maybe hop on a call later. We'll see. Who's here? I wanna, oh, they're gone. Womp womp. Okay, fuck it. We ball. What am I doing? Scripts. Add a thing to singleton. Oh right, so I didn't get to show this earlier when I was just yapping. We're gonna call this Grid Asteroid. But first, I didn't get to show this. It's kind of what we're looking at right now. Yeah, so the other two people have put a lot more work into this than I have, but basically we just have a cube snapping to a grid right now. Which is chill. I'm gonna lower Godot's fucking volume. Whoop. rather have background music than the same song over and over again. Does that affect? Oh yeah, and then it speeds up. I love how it just... Dude, that's fucking awesome. Oh shit, what's up? Things are going. I haven't exactly started. I've been kind of getting distracted. But, currently I'm going to... Where the fuck did it go? Did I hit cancel on accident? I definitely hit cancel when I added a script. Grid asteroid? Smile? Oh, I just put it in the wrong fucking place, I guess. Dude. Where did I put it? Dude. Where the fuck did I put it? Yeah. Yeah, I figured. Oh. Are you free? Do you want to, like, hop in a call and work on this? Sick. You're welcome to call on Discord whenever you're ready. Oh, I see. Stupid. We out here. We truly do be out here. Trying to make... Yo? That is kind of hype. So, inherent Grid actor. Last name. Grid. How did you do? I don't need to see player, I need to see wall. Interesting. Sick. Me out here, hopping in.
Hello.
Yo.
What up?
Nothing much. I am... Dude, looking through your code and then looking at mine, I'm like, man. Dude, my shit was so underbaked. Fuck.
I kind of went hog wild today,
Yeah.
and also didn't remember to actually comment anything.
Yeah.
So no good on that, but
You're good. I've been able to kind of comprehend most of it by skimming.
yeah.
I think when super is involved, where I'm just
Yeah.
but
Yeah, because every time I'm calling super, it's just getting the parent. It's just calling the parent version of that function.
Yeah, so grid wall in grid wall when you call super, it's the grid actor on ready or whatever.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Little bit wild.
It's kind of crazy, but I'm kind of just trying to put as much of the functionality that will be common to all of these, or at least mostly all of these, into Grid Actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes sense. I'm just whoa.
I did a lot. I went a little bit crazy on it, and
Yeah.
I was flying by the seat of my pants the whole time, so I didn't really have a strong plan of how everything was gonna go until it was already there.
When I saw your when I saw your code, I was like, dude, is this gonna look anything like what I saw or what I did? And I just saw the for loops, and I'm like, oh, okay, at least those are there.
Yep. Yeah, I kind of went crazy on it.
Yeah.
And then part of it is in order to get the meshes, in order to get the grid markers looking good but also performing well, I make 3 separate mesh instance 3Ds, and then assign or no, I create 3 different meshes and then assign those to all of the mesh instance 3Ds. That the idea is that only 3 meshes actually exist, and it's showing up on every single one of those little plus marks, right? There's a tall one, a wide one, and a thin one, or you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the meshes...
I tried doing it the other way around, and my frame rate dipped to double digits, single digits, and I was like, oh no, never mind.
Damn. The meshes are probably a better idea than the markers. Because you just couldn't...
If I was going really crazy with it, I would be smart enough to I would take the time to actually make a mesh that is just the plus, right? Instead of having 3 boxes that are stretched out, but
Yeah.
I'm not going that crazy with it right now.
Yeah, that's fair. I would have never thought to do the shit you were doing, so... I feel like the other project probably helped you a little bit with this one, though.
Definitely. This is my 3rd go around, or 3.5 go around in Godot, so I kind of am starting to find where the weird cool stuff is.
Yeah.
I want to use more tweens too. Tweens are funny.
Yeah. Dude, I actually... Fuck. I don't even know how to start this, I'm gonna be real.
Yeah.
So, actually, looking at this, the grid wall, how does this work?
Sure. Inside of grid wall. Okay. So what's going on right there is that when the grid wall is, is ready, so on ready there, it's just grabbing, grabbing the grid manager's mesh that represents a wall, right?
Okay.
And then from that point forward, including the call to super, it just is a regular grid actor with absolutely no special anything. Inside of Grid Manager, there's a variable called meshes, and it's just a dictionary, and it only has that one mesh in there of the wall. But I figured that if multiple instances of a single obstacle are going to exist, then there should probably only be one mesh for that obstacle, and it would just be instantiated across all the ones that need it.
That makes sense. So could we, to make like an asteroid mesh, right? We just add it to this dictionary, probably?
Yeah, and I'm not totally sure what goes into that. I've got an asteroid mesh handy, actually. I should send this to you on Discord, because... Here we go. I'll just bundle this up into a zip file really quick. This is free use. I don't remember where I got it, so I'm gonna have to look into what the... if we ever do anything with this, I'll have to look into where that came from. But...
Yeah.
The other thing is, this asteroid is absolutely massive. So you'll have to manually scale it down to like,
Yeah.
point 0.00007 ish, somewhere in there.
Damn.
It's really, really large.
God damn.
Yeah, if you try to bring it in, into the scene, just in the Godot editor, you won't even see it. You'll have to put down the scaling down to the absolute minimum that the Godot editor will let you do, and then it will still be slightly larger than a grid space.
That's fucking crazy.
It's gnarly.
Yeah. Gonna get a little weird, probably, but we'll figure it out, I guess. It kind of feels like we're doing like everything via script, which is
yeah,
it's really weird.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I don't totally understand when scripts are good and when scenes are good, so I kind of just do everything in the script most of the time. Which probably isn't good, but I just don't know where to split it.
Well, the thing is, for like stuff like the grid, right? It kind of makes sense
Right.
to do that via script because
Absolutely.
How do you establish a grid without, hundreds of fucking either meshes or markers?
Right. Versus I feel like each individual grid actor, like the player and the other stuff, should be scenes, maybe, but.
Yeah.
If they were scenes and they all just had like a grid actor as the root node, then how do I put this? When you grab, when you ask the grid manager who is in a particular spot and you get a grid actor back, how do you ask that grid actor what type of scene it is? How do you ask it what scene it is, I guess?
Yeah.
And I don't know how to do that. I only know how to check and see if it's classes of, player node or something.
Yeah.
Player actor.
Yeah. Wait. I was a little confused by the for loops in Grid Manager. Oh. Why do we add the thing 3 times?
Oh, okay, yeah. So, there's 3 different mesh instances, and you can see that each one it's getting mesh 1, mesh 2, or mesh 3, right?
Yeah.
If you look at where I'm defining mesh 1, mesh 2, and mesh 3, right? One of them is wide, one of them is tall, and one of them is deep, right? All 3 of them are just boxes, right?
I get it.
Yeah. So, yeah. That's how I'm making that 3D plus shape.
Dude, that's actually funny as shit.
I know it's really hacky.
No, dude, I was like, that's a lot of just lines. Back to back.
Yep. Yeah, it looks really ugly, right? It's never good.
We take those, it's fine.
Yeah.
If it works, it works. A bad solution is still a solution, so.
Right.
I don't think I need to worry about the step function right now. I think that'll just be there currently.
Looking into how to make the skybox do cool shader stuff, and it turns out that like apparently the sky is its own separate type of shader that interacts with some other stuff that I do not understand. I'm not super into like the science of 3D graphics as it applies specifically to video games, so Godot is telling me things about like the sky shader is used as a background, but also for ambient color or reflections in the radiance cube map, and also lower res subpasses for high res background or cube map pass. I don't know what any of that means.
Yeah. Dude. Oh shit. What was I doing? Fuck. I'm gonna add a thing to that dictionary for asteroids. I don't really know what that mesh is gonna like look like, but we figure it out.
Yeah.
Is there a sphere?
If you
mesh? There's a sphere mesh, I think, right?
There's definitely a sphere mesh.
Yeah. I think
I've been using VS Code a little bit as the text editor because I don't like the built-in Godot text editor. But if you use VS Code, then you don't get the autocomplete.
Yeah.
Which is super nice. So I'm kind of mixing and matching.
Fair. Asteroid. Sphere? Mesh? Let's go. It do exist. I'm just gonna kind of set it up like you did for now. For the wall.
Right. Yeah. No reason to get custom art assets until stuff is fun and to play with. Yeah.
I'm not exactly.
Which I'm actually kind of concerned about because so far it's not very fun.
Yeah. I mean, we don't really have the stuff coming at the player yet, so the player's just there. Also,
yeah.
I think we need to make the actual like screen like viewport bigger probably. Just because the player can 100% move off screen.
Actually, I've kind of carefully set it up so that the edges of the grid fit exactly at the edge of the camera. It's just that the player can go as far as he wants. He doesn't actually ask the grid if that's a valid move or not.
Oh, okay. Should we... Do you want me to like work on fixing that part? Because I don't really think we should, be able to leave the screen.
Yeah. That's something that should be addressed. Yeah. If you want to fuck with that right now, I'm not doing anything about it. Oh, am I allowed to say that on YouTube stream? My bad.
Fuck?
Yeah.
You could say fuck.
Okay, I don't know where the rules are on that.
We appreciate the fuck word. As far as
good.
YouTube videos, I think it's like, don't cuss in the first 60 seconds and then you're fine.
Good news. It has been 60 seconds.
It has been 30. 30 minutes,
yeah.
Actually. I was like, just before I started streaming, I was like panicking to like, I wanted to get like a playlist of some kind going. So I have like 18 songs, and I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do when they run out. Just because I didn't really want to hear the same song over and over again, but...
Yeah.
Fucking Godot. Calm down. I understand I can't indent. What the fuck? There we go. Super is a sick keyword, though. God damn. I didn't know that existed.
It is wildly convenient. Especially that you can call the parent function like at any point, or you could even conditionally call it. Like that's just so convenient.
Yeah. It just peered into the chat. Kind of everyone is messaging me about important things at the worst possible time. I shouldn't really answer those things in the middle of the stream. Even though I kind of do want to be part of that conversation. Just a little bit.
One of my friends is hitting me up right now to let me know the details of speech synthesis and how it plays into the otaku communities, and like that is super interesting, and I would like to read about that. Also, Sky Shader.
Yeah. For me, it's like I'm trying to stream at least once a week right now, and I'm like, well, I want to do it now. And then everyone decided to text me all at once. Unfortunate. Anyway, time to go to Grid Player.
Heck yeah.
I'm thinking... Are we gonna go with one move at a time, by the way?
What do you mean?
Like...
Oh, for when the player is able to move per beat or something?
Yeah. Because I think as is, it allows for... You can technically do up and then right in the same beat.
Right. I don't know. I think that being able to move up and right and shoot in the same beat is pretty cool.
That's fair.
And also easy to work with, right?
Yeah. I was just asking. I personally don't care. It was just...
Yeah. I feel like if it needs to be more difficult, then we can worry about that, but like, like, sure, it's a rhythm game. You can press multiple buttons to the beat. You can hit chords.
Yeah. Do we have a way to access the grid size?
Oh, oops. There is no size. If you're at grid position like 10, oh wait, no shit. You're talking about like the limitations of like the okay. That's just G dot size, right? All of the grid actors have a variable G that is just a reference to the grid manager. So you can just do G dot size, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Which is a vector 3, so you have to do like G dot size dot X and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, I guess I would have to do individual checks, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. G dot size
Of course, the coordinates are labeled 0 to 15 if it's 16 wide, you know.
Yeah.
Which is an embarrassing mistake that I made earlier today when I was wondering why some of the walls were spawning out of limits.
Yeah. If... I think I can do it like that. Oh, right, and then indentation. Fuck. Actually, I'm just gonna say not equal, and then fucking put it all in here. I think that'll work. Surely. I can't spell though. Oh, right. I need an actual reference to what we're talking about, right?
Reference to what?
The global position, like where we are currently in the game.
Oh, okay, yeah. So for grid player and the other grid actors, don't use that. Use G dot a function that I wrote, but I don't remember what it's called. G dot get draw coordinates or something?
Okay. So G dot get draw position.
Or I'm sorry. What are you trying to test right now? Are you trying to see if he moved out of?
Yeah, no, I'm trying to see where the current position of the grid actor, or where the grid player is.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's actually just position.
Just
You can see where
position?
I'm doing position.x minus equals. You can just do that.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it.
Um,
I saw that. I didn't know if it needed to be. I didn't know if it needed to be the collision, or not collision.
nah.
Fuck, or the global position because.
Nah, you don't gotta mess with that.
Cool.
So the grid actor doesn't inherit from a node 3D or a node 2D. It actually just inherits from raw node. So the position variable that you're getting there is not a Godot variable. It's my vector 3 that I put there.
Okay.
And we can be sure that it will only do the things that you do to it.
This is a goofy way of writing this, but brain is not working, so fuck. And I could just change it if it don't work. It's fine. Times 8 to 1. Let me see if that works for the x-axis. Nope. Unfortunately. Oh wait, isn't the position of the... I guess I can't... Pretty sure the position of the grid player will... It'll never be the same as like the actual actor. Or not the actor, the grid size itself.
Sure it is. Cause yeah, the player's position variable is only going to range from 0 to I think in this case 16 or 15 right now.
But don't they
In the x
exist
direction.
in the center of a cell?
So real quick, control click on grid actor there, up at the top of the script, and then if you scroll down and look for there's like a process thing where I put a visual representation.
This?
If that makes sense. Yeah, go there and then. So now we're in the grid actor thing, right? There. That's where I'm saying put your visual somewhere, right? And I'm saying the mesh instance's global position is going to go to whatever we get from grid manager's g.getDrawPosition, position, right? That function takes grid coordinates as an argument, and it returns global coordinates to the center of that grid square.
Okay, so I don't need to worry about the coordinates then, or like
Yep.
them being in the middle. Okay, cool.
Yep, we are totally fine to just treat position as the only source of coordinate nonsense.
So if on the right side, why is my dad asking when I graduate? Bro, that's not for a year. Dude. I can't tell if that was a joke. I need to... wild. Wait. Where does the player start? At the origin? That's why it won't. Oh, I think that's why it won't work.
The player starts in the player starts if you go to the grid manager thing inside of his onReady, he's putting the player at half of his width and half of his height, and at the end of his length. So that puts him in the center and on the side that the camera is pointing at.
Okay. I was asking mainly because, I think the position that when I access the position, I don't know where he starts. If the player starts at 0.
No.
No?
No. His coordinates are bound from 0, 0, 0 to width, height, depth. Or I guess specifically from 0, 0, 0 to width, height, 0.
Okay.
Shit, I'm wrong about that too. Their player's coordinates are bound between 0, 0, 15 and width, height, 15. Or at least that's how he should be. If you just print just put a print statement in his in the process thing where he moves, right?
Yeah.
And then you'll be able to see his coordinates as he moves around, right? And then you'll be able to see what I'm talking about.
Whoa, why did that work now? What the fuck?
There you go. So yeah, you can see where he starts and whatnot.
Well, now it works. You know, okay, I went too early, and now my right isn't working.
But yeah, you can see that if you move all the way over to the leftmost space, then he's at x equals 0.
This is wrong. That's why that wasn't working. Oopsies. Yay, we can't leave the screen anymore. At least
Nice.
to the left and right. I'm gonna fix the up and down part.
Very nice.
Yep. We're gonna...
Keep in mind, if his coordinates are ever equal to g.size.x, then he's gone one too far.
I accounted for that. We're good.
Nice.
And then we could do a Y. Wait, anything about that backwards? Pretty sure I have that in the wrong spot. Well, I guess I'll find out in a minute, probably.
In your comparison there, you'll have to do less than g.size.x minus 1.
Will I?
Yeah. Because otherwise, he's allowed to continue until it becomes equal to size. He's got to keep on a little bit less than that.
show the. I'll run it in a minute. We can... I actually completely forgot my train of thought for this. Jesus. That's my line. Okay. Yeah, I think I was going a little too far because I'm having the same issue on the Y. Okay, fix the player part. Yippee. Yeah, no, I'm thinking we can't do much. I'm thinking we can't do much in terms of like actually spawning things to like come at the player until we get the whole CSV file stuff.
That's why I'm That's why I'm going with printed stuff for right now, or random stuff. Excuse me.
So were you able to test the walls?
I mean, kind of. They come in, randomly, but it's not like the player actually does any collision with it yet.
Yeah. That's fine. Where I'm thinking like all of the checking if like collisions happen is just gonna happen in the grid manager, right?
Probably.
You just pass whatever the two things that might be colliding, maybe to a.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah. The two, I guess, grid actors that might have a collision. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll get there when we get there.
Yeah, I think every time a wall moves, it might be touching the player. And yeah, that's about as far as I've been thinking about it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess it would only be one parameter, because we just need to have the player, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's the other variable.
I kind of expected referring to the player to be a thing that we do all the time. So the grid manager has a reference. He saves a variable that's just a reference to the player.
Yeah. Did I get to the Persona 5 part of my playlist? Oh shit. Oh, and I see you have a get occupant function.
Yeah, it's really, really bad right now. Like, computationally, it is really, really expensive. But, we can make that something less if it has to be.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what to do next. I'm not entirely sure how to test the asteroid. Did you spawn random things using the grid manager? Was that how you?
Yes. It happens in the downbeat function somewhere down there. I think it's called tick or something. I kind of wasn't naming things very intentionally.
Step?
Yeah, it's the one.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I see. never saw any walls when I was doing it.
That's weird.
Oh wait, is it because the Y that or the Z that you gave is 0?
What you talking about?
There's a hard-coded 0 in the vector 3 that you gave for spawn grid actor.
Yeah, because it spawns them at the starting side of the yeah, right there. It's spawning at random X, random Y, and all the way at the end of the tunnel. Start the game really quick. See if they come towards you. Might take a few seconds for them to. Oh, is it not playing the music?
No, the music's playing.
Oh. Is there... If you hit the spacebar a whole bunch, does it ever say hit?
Hold on, I need to get rid of a print function or a print thing real quick.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I believe it did though. Yeah. We got the misses and the hits.
Okay. I wonder why you're not seeing any wall. That's very strange. What if you go to Gridwall's script and put in a print that just says hello and it's on ready?
Okay. We can do that.
By the way, in Godot 4, we can make changes to the script without relaunching the game.
Fuck you, right? I always forget.
I know, it's something that I'm not used to yet either.
You know, I'm so used to not doing that. What the fuck happened to the indentation?
Oh, this must be a file that I created in VS Code. I'm sorry. The tabs are weird. If you just shift tab everything, highlight all 3 of those lines and shift tab a bunch of times, and then hit tab.
Oh, shit. So just... Dink, dink. There we go. Cool.
It didn't get rid of everything. Yeah, I guess there's some spaces there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
We got it.
I'm not really sure how VS Code and Godot play together yet. I'm kind of still figuring that out.
Yeah.
No hellos, huh? So it's just not spawning grid wall.
Yeah.
And if you hit the keyboard a whole if you hit the spacebar like a whole bunch, does it sometimes do hit?
I haven't been able to get a hit. It's always hit early or hit late.
Oh yeah, it's hit early or hit late. Excuse me. That's what I mean. There is no precise hit.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why it's not spawning walls.
Yeah, hold on. Let me go back to Grid Manager. In the spawn. So when does the step function get emitted, by the way?
It should be connected to a oh yeah. It should be connected to a signal. You see the little mark there?
This one?
Yeah. No. Over on the left of line 93, do you see where this little green mark that says that it's connected to a signal?
One down, beat. Okay. Oh, it's a signal from Beat Miser to here. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's connected to that. And Beat Miser, yeah, is doing the downbeat thing. And Beat Miser is also yeah, doing all of the whatever. I don't know why you're so I don't know what if you put a print statement inside of the step function, does it print on the downbeat?
Let's check. Where's Grid Manager? Oh. Step. I don't think so. I don't think that signal's getting emitted.
That's pretty weird.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe Beatmiser's code didn't get pushed on GitHub correctly. Can you check on what does your Beatmiser look like? I've got mine picked up. We can side by side this.
Where the fuck? Is it in the singletons?
Oh no, just next to Beatmiser in the node thing, you can click on its script there.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
So there is a line that says downbeat.emit. It's it's tucked away inside of funcready. Yeah, there it is. Downbeat.emit.
Oh,
Okay.
I see. Right there.
And you already installed the MIDI player.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have to have because you're playing the song.
Yeah. It's in the add-ons.
And you've got the music inside of the music / MIDI /.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Okay, well, I guess, I don't know, in the script there, right above where it says downbeat.emit, you can tuck a print statement there and see if that's getting hit.
Hold on. What the fuck? Where did... Oh, now I'm really confused.
Oh, it just doesn't show you those assets.
Oh, it doesn't? Okay.
Yeah, I know, it's weird.
Dude, I remember specifically putting them in the thing, and I was like, hold on.
Yeah, it just doesn't show you.
Yeah, okay. Where am I putting this print? Right here?
There's an anonymous function that's, yeah, triggering downbeat.emit, so if you put it right above where downbeat.emit happens, then that's where the signal should be getting emitted.
Okay. I love me some print statements.
It's a good debugging trick.
Okay, now it works. Dude, why does my code just randomly work sometimes?
Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, your shit's weird, dude. Oh, and now you can see the proximity shader that I did. Do you like that?
Yeah. I've been able to see that, because I can see it on the markers.
Oh, well, now you can see it on the walls. It's very cool.
Yeah. We're cooking. Yeah, no, I don't really know what the problem is. Because sometimes it just, like, works. And other times...
I've had similar things going on today where, like, for some reason, like, I would make changes to Grid Manager and it just wouldn't do anything. I assumed that was because of the tool. Like, I thought that was because of the tool keyword. So I had just been, like, closing and reopening, you know, the thing to see if it would work. Closing and reopening the scene to see if reloading that would work. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on there.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna uncomment this and pray it works again. Okay, we're good. Dude, I'm looking more at the meshes now, and my god, this is really funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is really silly. Anyway, we got that working. Again.
Heck yeah.
Yippee. Kind of back in a phase of, what should I do? What were the other
I don't know.
obstacles we talked about?
I mean, we've got a bunch of ideas for obstacles, but what we don't have right now is the player actually hitting stuff, which we don't really have a system in place for health or anything yet either, but I feel like detecting collisions is first, and then,
Yeah.
you know, then once we have the game to a playable state, we decide, like, that was too many times. I should have died here. Let's make a die at that point, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. thinking we check for collisions in the step function or signal, maybe.
Yeah, I guess that would make sense. Collision could happen either when the player moves or when everything else moves.
Yeah, yeah. I'm thinking when the I don't know if it should be when player move. Look, I don't know what would be better.
Well, I think it has to happen on both.
Maybe. Yeah.
Because if the player isn't moving but the walls move into him, then out. And if the walls, if the player moves on a step when the walls aren't moving, then that still hurts him.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you. Someone in chat said you're super quiet, by the way. I'm like, yeah.
Oh yeah, I meant to say that earlier, sorry.
No, you're good. I don't have a reason to talk loud, and then also, my mic is far away.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
We have a person in the chat. Isn't that so nice? Hello, Fire Yoshi.
That's my friend. I know that
There you
guy.
go. There you go.
We're doing a whole 3 extra decibels on my mic. Yippee.
Dang. Homie's
know what?
going crazy.
Fuck it, we give it a whole 4 extra ones. Hi gamers. What's up, fellow gamer? Me when we game dev all over the place. Dude, I wish I had a mic arm. That would solve all my audio issues, actually.
Yeah.
Because as is, mic stay on desk. That's it. I can't pull the mic closer to me or anything without having to pick it up. Anyway. If X... That's... You know, I was about to use the get occupant function. I'm like, dude, that's gonna get so ugly so fast.
I mean, I think that's kind of what we have to do, and then, because, like, how else do you figure out whether there's a thing in that space or not, right?
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know, get occupant will most likely have to get optimized somehow, and I feel like that's probably not a very difficult thing to do. That if we wanted to get real crazy with it, we could make it go super fast by doing by having like a redundant like 3 lists, right, of having references to everything in like binary search trees, and then it would be 3 binary searches, and oh, did you get something there? No, okay,
Yeah.
You might actually. Oh, you know what? We don't even have to do that.
There's a finite number of grid spaces. There's a very finite number of grid spaces, right?
Yeah.
It's like x by y by z, right? You could just make it so that like you could just do like you just take like x plus y times width times height, plus y times width plus z times width times height, right? And then you would be unwrapping it into one gigantic array, right?
Yeah.
a 1D array, and then you would have an instant lookup at each spot. So we can optimize the get occupant function to be extremely fast.
So I have to feed the fucking get occupant function a vector, right?
Yes, you have to feed it a position, an XYZ about what grid space is being checked.
So to have this check for collisions, essentially, I'm thinking like we call get occupant, and if that thing is not equal to the player, right, then like we send in the player's coordinates and then say if it returns
Well, it depends.
not the player.
Are you talking about when the player tries to move?
When everything else moves on the step function.
Oh, sure. Okay. When everything else moves. Okay, well that's easy. Yeah. So when something moves, after it moves, it can no, it has to be before. So right before something moves, it can check the space that it's going to move to and say, yeah, if the player is there, hurt him.
Yeah, okay.
You could probably make that. You could probably tuck that into the beat function of. How do I say? Beat function of grid actor.
Grid actor.
There's a. Yeah, inside of grid actor, one of the functions just moves in the z direction and deletes itself if it's outside of the thing, right?
Oh, I see. Yeah.
That is the function that makes walls move. That is the function that makes everything besides the player move. The player doesn't do that because he overrides that function.
Okay.
So yeah, any code that you put there is going to be what all of the what all of the grid actors do on a downbeat.
So yeah, if not even if that's a comma. G dot player? That's crazy. I'm just gonna say reload. Isn't that? You could reload a scene, I think. I forget how. I know I've done it before, but I can't remember.
Up at the top, you click scene and then scene reload. Yeah.
No, like via script. I'm trying to, like, if we have a collision with the player, just like reset the scene.
Oh shoot! Isn't that like a get tree thing?
Maybe. Hold on. Reload current scene. That's not what I wanted. G dot player smile. I hope this works. Oh fuck! You weren't kidding. Ooh. Yeah, we're gonna have to. If we're using that, we're gonna have to optimize that function.
Oh, is it massively hitting the?
It's like unplayable.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. We can. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, we can make this super instantaneous. Every time, I mean, the grid. If we do this the array way that I was talking about, then the grid manager will have to be made aware of it anytime anything inside of the grid moves. Which, for all of the regular grid actors, that's fine. But yeah, the player will have to say, "Hey, I'm moving to this space," which I think actually that already happens from. Or something, I don't know. Yeah, I think grid player already has a signal that does that.
Grid. Oh yeah, the moved function.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not totally sure what to do there.
Yeah. Did you use this signal, by the way, already or no?
Which one?
The grid player's moved function.
Yeah. It's used in so Grid Manager is using that to update the shader.
Oh.
It's like
Oh,
set
I see.
parameter or something.
It's right here. Editor,
Yeah, that guy.
connect, and then
Yeah, the shader needs to always know where the player is.
yeah. Okay. Shit, man.
Which that doesn't necessarily need to be there. I guess you could even pass a reference to the shader down to the player, and then the player could just update it there. Like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's like just a better way of going about checking for collision, rather than using get occupant.
I mean, I think if we optimize grid occupant, get occupant to be, check a 1D array, there's literally nothing faster than that.
That is true. Yeah. Okay. So, just kind of have an array of positions, I'm assuming.
An array of references to grid actors, and all of them will be initialized to null.
Okay.
Kind of like the Snake project.
What are we doing? How do we do? Oh, right. We had like a few different. We had a few different classes where one of them was like a 2D vector or something like that, right?
Sure.
that
And
representative
yeah, just like the
screen?
Snake project, just like how in the Snake project we had like the list of free spaces, and then we had the grid, which represented occupied spaces.
Yeah.
And these two things contain the same information, but one is easier to use for some things than the other, right? Well,
Yeah.
great. All of our grid actors can have references to the place that they're in their own convenient way, and the grid itself can have references to, where all the things are in a way that's convenient for the grid actor. We just need to make sure that those two things are always in sync.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that makes sense. So like whenever we spawn grid actors, then we should put them in an array, right?
Yep. And whenever we move an actor, or I don't know, whenever an actor moves in some way, it needs to tell the grid manager that it moved.
Yeah.
if we at some point want to have obstacles that move on their own, then yeah, that'll also be important, right?
Yeah. Okay.
I think Godot changed the way that they do noise. I can't figure out how to do tiled noise anymore.
I don't know. uh, Vectors. Right. Did the way they have you like declare, the way they have you declare arrays in GD script is so weird to me.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh wait, spawn grid actor doesn't. I was putting that in the wrong place. 100%. Oops. I was trying to put it in the step function, and then I realized, wait, wrong place. Oh wait, it does return something. Never mind. I can do that. I can put that in the step function and get away with it. Vectors dot append. I don't know how fast append is, but we're chilling.
Why
that?
append?
We're just adding it to the list, no?
Append will change the size of the array.
Oh shit.
You want to
Oh,
put it.
you want to
you want
declare.
to. You want to.
You
Right?
want to.
Because, yeah, if the array is initially x times y times z in size, and all of those are nulls, then we can just put references to the things that are in those spaces, in the array.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
And then yeah, every time something moves, it needs to clear out the spot that it is in the array, and then fill in the new spot that it's in the array.
I don't know how to declare an array in GD script of a certain size, so I'm just gonna do it in the ready function. Just like I think there's a resize thing.
I think that's where you have to do it. I'm not totally sure.
Yeah. Resize? Yeah. Okay. Size x. Size times y times. I forgot my place. I can get rid of that. I need a leftover parenthesis. Okay, we're good.
Where have you been? Been searching all along, confessing while alone and on, without a clue, without a sign.
I don't think I have to manually make everything null pointer. I think everything is just null pointer by default, so I think we're chilling.
I don't know. I think Godot got rid of the seamless option for fast noise light. I'm not happy about that.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of people with Godot, like, online, who like, whenever people complain about stuff, they're just like, bro, just add it back. And I'm like, well, it's not, I mean, I guess you can do that, but they didn't have to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't really understand where that was.
Yeah. Not everyone wants to go diving into source code for an engine.
Yeah.
How long have I been live? Okay. What am I doing? So we have... I'm gonna assume everything is null because, based on my debugging experience, a lot of things like to be assigned to null.
I mean, you can just print out the array and run it real quick and see what it prints.
That's true. I'm gonna do that in the ready function and just...
Yeah, hell yeah.
Dude, I almost wrote a fucking C++ style for loop. God.
Yeah, I always put the parenthesis on there, and it's like, no, there's no parenthesis.
Yeah. I noticed you put fucking semicolons, which GDScript doesn't care, but like, that's such a C thing.
Like, hey, as long as I'm typing in a language that doesn't mind whether they're there or not, I don't want to break my habit.
Yeah, that's fair. Print. Hey, if it crashes, then I know the answer to this question.
Right?
Actually, what am I doing? It's an array. I keep thinking of it like a vector, even though I think arrays have an at function. I don't fucking need it. Oh, never mind. It just prints null. Okay. I didn't think it would do that. Anyway, we got the answer to our question.
Did it?
It prints,
Okay, yeah. Oh, you iterated through and printed each thing. Okay, yeah, great. Perfect.
It's null. We're chilling.
Most good.
Yeah. But yeah, and then after, so whenever we spawn a thing, you just add the thing at whatever index, I guess. I feel like this, should we have, like, a reference to whatever index in the array that it's gonna be at? Because I feel like it's gonna get really weird when we have to, like, delete the nodes.
I'm not sure what you're getting at yet.
Like, so when the walls, right, come at, go past a certain point, you call queue free, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that
Right.
does in the array.
The array will have probably bad references to nodes, but it doesn't matter, because when... Well, I guess, yeah, you'll have to... I mean, basically the same way that it does bookkeeping when you call move, there will have to also be some kind of bookkeeping for like, hey, I'm not there anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm thinking
Same
like...
thing when the player shoots an asteroid, the same thing will have to happen.
Yeah. Fuck. I'm thinking, if we had like a reference to whatever index in the array that the grid actor is at, then we kind of would know where
Where we
what-
need to free up the space.
yeah, what thing is free.
Yeah.
And then I think when we spawn a grid actor, you would have to look for wherever's a free space, right? You think? Fuck.
I'm mostly following with what you're saying.
I don't know. Oh man. Not even sure if I'm following with what I'm saying. So if you follow, we're chilling, even a little bit. Oh fuck. I'm gonna put a variable in the grid actor class for what index it's at.
I can't tell you how to send me. Just
get
a
zero by
picture
default.
phones. There's nothing inside.
Oh.
Will it always be burning down the walls? Is there a way for me to break? I'm a sharpshooter at Post Masquerade, hiding both face and mind, all free for you to throw. I'm a sharpshooter, have
What am I
no
doing?
face to show. Please don't take off my mask, my disguise.
I don't know how expensive this is about to be. Because you have to write a for loop that breaks the second we find a free space.
In order for the lasers to go, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how expensive this is going to be, but we'll see.
Where have you been searching all along, confessing twilight alone, without the clue, without a sign,
Nope.
without
I
grasping
don't want the player. I want P.
the real question to be asked. Where have I been? I'm a sharpshooter at Post Masquerade, hiding both face and mind, all free for you to draw. I'm a sharpshooter. What else should I be?
Dude, it just now occurred to me that but the same Persona 5 song has been going for like 20 minutes.
Imagine.
Just happens. Okay. And then we can put the thing in the array, and then also p dot index I. What do they mean when they? What do they mean when they say become invalid? I want it
Good
to
question.
become null. I think it'll be fine for now. I don't think I need to do that index line. Grid. Oh, let's go. I saw there's a CS club announcement.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah. It's just about the election. The
I mean, the
very
fact that it is having an announcement is pretty crazy.
Yeah. Unheard of announcement. So, yeah, now that we have an array, we can go down to occupants, right? And then, change this for loop, I think, to just reference the array itself, right?
Makes sense to me.
Actor in actors. We're gonna, oop, dot size. We don't need this if check anymore. Then we can just.
Yeah, I've got something going for a psychedelic kind of a screen skybox shader, and it's like way too interesting for its own good right now.
Dude. Dude, I want to get into computer graphics. It sounds so sick.
It's kind of irritating that I still have noise that doesn't tile very well, but I've at least found something kind of artistic to do with the tiling.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Right. God damn it. Me when I have so many errors because I don't know how to write a for loop, apparently. Fuck. It'd be like that, I guess. Occasionally. It's fine. Surely this won't chug. Nope, it do be chugging. Yikes. I think computationally we're doing the same thing, which is not good.
I disagree. If you're... I mean, in one situation we were looping through
a huge boatload of grid actors, right? And we were looping through all children, and in the other situation, we're just doing a single lookup in an array. It should definitely not be chugging anymore. Where's your current implementation of grid manager's like get occupant thing?
Yeah, this one. My stream updates, I guess.
Yeah, grid occupant. See, look, you're still doing for I and actors.size. Get occupant is what's causing the problem.
Yeah.
Or wait, what is actors? Actors is 0, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So you're just iterating through all of them instead of iterating through all of them, because that is functionally identical, right? Instead,
Yeah.
you should just be doing actors. You should just be accessing the actor at index, x plus y times width times z or whatever your formula is.
Oh, shit. Okay.
No loop necessary.
So... What the fuck? Actually, hold on. I'm just gonna... So, actors... Not sure if this return null needs to be there right now, so I'm gonna comment it out for right this second. Fuck. Ugh. What was I doing? I had a thought and fuck. That shit gone.
Whoa! Why is this cranking to 7,000% of my GPU? What is going on?
Ooh, yikes.
Whoa, what could possibly that be?
Fuck.
Something is using like all of my GPU's resources, and I don't know if I wrote a really, really bad shader for
Dude,
the proximity thing, or
my
that's
brain
all kinds of
actually
fucked up.
like farted so bad. I do not remember what the fuck I was trying to write about 5 minutes ago. What was your suggestion for get occupant? Sorry. Fuck.
Do not do any loops. Access the
Yeah.
array directly.
Yeah, okay. Fuck. Which...
the fuck is that?
The hell? Oh. Dude, there's just a function that does binary search.
What would you need a binary search?
No, I just, I saw.
Oh, did it just come up as autocorrect?
Yeah, I saw an autofill thing called B search, and I was like, what the fuck is that? It's just binary search.
Oh yeah. Yeah, nice. As long as stuff is organized, that's really cool.
Yeah,
Huh.
that's wild.
Yeah, this is using 100% of my GPU. What the hell is going on?
Damn. Oh shit. Okay, I should probably respond to text at this point. I have like 5 of them that are kind of important. Did I ignore a text? That happens sometimes.
I'm so confused about what the fuck is going on right now.
Yeah. 100% of your GPU is kind of yikes.
I've been turning off different parts of the scene to see if, like, okay, yeah, sure, if I don't have all of the grid markers there, is that a problem? Nope, that's fine. If I turn off the shader for the proximity thing, is that a problem? No, that's good too. Like, the skybox is fine. Like, everything is...
I don't know what the hell's going on.
I don't know. Maybe your computer's just not happy. What the Oh shit, it's 9:30.
Oh.
I might have to tap out in a minute. I gotta work on other stuff tonight.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. Also, I'm not gonna lie, I'm brain farting so hard.
You're good.
Yeah. I feel bad. You've been cooking way too much on this, and I've been slacking. So.
I'm kind of at the end of my rope anyways.
Yeah, I will probably work on this tomorrow, both off and on stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, shoot, jumping back to the last version on the branch is also, yeah, 100% GPU usage. What is going on?
I think, yeah, that might be a computer thing.
Oh, what the hell? Oh, it's trying. I'm plugged into the wrong GPU. No, it's trying to use. It's trying to render on my Radeon instead of running on my good graphics card. What the hell?
Oh, the fuck?
Yeah.
I don't even know how you change that.
Apparently, you can force it to use a specific chip. Okay, so right-click the Godot executable and choose the NVIDIA graphics card in the Run with Graphics Processor dropdown. Let's try that. This is really important to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna save. Just call it good for right now. I need a mental reset.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I was gone like all day with my parents today. That's why I was like, fuck. I need to get back and do work. But yeah, I will definitely work on this tomorrow.
Okay. Alright, see you later.
Yep, later. Okay. I guess it's time to end stream, chat. Yeah. Bye bye, chat. Yeah, thanks for watching.